Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the DC Collectibles New 52 Starfire. So as for the box, she is in standard New 52 Star DC Collectibles packaging, and as you can see at the top there, she is part of Red Hood and the Outlaws. Taking a look at the side, we have a really nice silhouette comic book style Starfire on the side here, and on the other side we have a nice picture of the figure itself. And then on the back we have a small bio. If you want to go ahead and read it, pause it now. And it also shows us the other two members of the Outlaws, so we have Arsenal and Red Hood. So let's get this thing open and take a look. And here is Starfire out of the packaging, and it's an absolutely gorgeous figure. So let's just get straight to the hair. Let's get right into this. So as you can see, I've got the hair flowing in front of her body. You may have seen a lot of shots with the hair behind. You can do both, obviously, just by turning the head, because her head can pivot on the joint. But as you can see from a side profile, the hair comes out and then it's going back towards her body. So if you have it behind, there is a lot of hair right there, and it is a hard plastic. It's pretty heavy. It's probably like the same weight as the figure, just in that hair. So having that behind her does make her pretty damn back heavy. Now, you can move the legs in such a way that, you know, you can get her to stand perfectly fine, but I just find that if you don't have stands or anything like this to give her, you know, a flight pose or anything like that, then if you're just going to have her standing straight up and you don't have anything to stand her in, because she does have a peg hole in one of her feet, then I think that this is going to be your best bet to get her standing and not having to worry about her falling over on a shelf or anything. And now here, as you can see, I have the hair behind, and it comes out quite a long way and then just goes straight down there, as you can see, and kind of rests against the back of her legs. Still looks, you know, absolutely fantastic. But as you can see, her head, if you just look at a profile, just looking at body straight up, her head now, because that's as far forward as the hair can go, unless you move the legs forward, her head kind of looks down a little bit. So if you just want her to be looking a bit more upright or just straightforward a bit more at the time, and just have less worries about her falling over. I mean, she's not super unstable, but it's just obviously she's more back heavy with the hair over here. As you can see, exactly the same stance as before, and she's falling back a little bit. So you just need to bring her forward a little bit, and you can adjust the legs, but obviously that means that she's going to be looking even more down. So I would just suggest to do it like I did before. The head does pivot, as you can see up here. If I just get it right here, it does pivot on that joint, so you can actually just bring that hair around her body to the front, and it still looks great, and you're just going to have less problems with her looking down and with her falling over. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at that paint app. So as for the face, the eyes are just absolutely fantastic. They really pop. So do her lips. You know, very vibrant and bright green and purple metallic paint there for the eyes and the lips. The eyebrows are done well. The detail around the eyes and everything, and what looks like some shadow inside there and everything, is done really well, really clean. Nothing is out of place, just looks really nice. And then we just get, obviously, you know, that same purple metallic throughout the entire costume. And we also get the bits of silver and red as well. Everything is nice and metallic, and it just looks fantastic against that very matte looking skin tone there. And it is pretty much a perfect skin tone. It's not too orange for the character, but it's also not too pale, whereby she just looks more like kind of human skin. So as for the hair, you can see that there are some little bits that are added, sculpted on. So you've got these two bits here. Go around to the other side, you've got this piece going down here. And it's basically all this translucent, very pale yellow plastic right here with orange and red paint, and it just looks absolutely awesome. The sculpt is pretty much perfect as far as I can see. We can also see it's probably made from a couple of pieces here as well. It's got this join right here, which looks seamless, and it's absolutely fantastic. You don't really notice it, so it's obviously just there, probably just to help them make it in the factory or whatever, or ease of assembly. But it just looks absolutely fantastic, and it does hinder some articulation, but not all that much. It doesn't matter anyway, really, because DC Collectibles figures, you're not getting them really for too much posability, you know, and you can still get her into some great flight poses. So apart from the hair, there's no shading on the figure, i.e., you know, on the skin or clothes or anything. It's just either the molded plastic for the skin tone or the metallic paint on her clothing. So let's take a look at articulation now. So the head up here, as I showed you before, can swivel here left and right so that you can get this hair to move around her body, and it does move left and right as well. A little tight on mine really, but you're not going to get too much because of where that hair is. And like I said, for looking down, she looks down okay, but if you want it to look up, you're going to have to move that hair around to the other side of her legs so that her hair looks a bit more upright. The shoulder pads here do actually move up out of the way, enabling the shoulders to come out like so, and also rotate all the way around and get mostly all the way up. We have a swivel at the top of the arm, a single jointed bicep which moves 90 degrees. We also have a rotation at the forearm. Now, I do have a bit of a paint blemish right here on the fist. If we get some focus in on that, just a little bit of purple. I can take that off, it's not too much of a problem. Whether it's from this guard or from the fingernails, I'm not too sure, but I can easily just go ahead and take that off. If you don't want to have to deal with that, just see if you can see her fists in the packaging, because it does tend to be this left arm right here that does get the paint blemishes. Absolutely nothing wrong with the right one there. The fingernails are painted absolutely fantastically. So down to the legs, they move forward, they move back, they move out to the side. We get a rotation at the mid-thigh for this boot cut here, and then we also get a almost 90-degree movement at the knee, and then we also get up and down movement at the foot. And like I said, there is a peg hole there if you want a bit of extra stability with your figure. Starfire is exactly 7 inches tall, so she is exactly the same size as Batman to the top of his head, not including the ears. So overall then, this is an absolutely fantastically sculpted and painted figure, and if you're a fan of Teen Titans or Red Hood and the Outlaws, I would definitely recommend that you pick this figure up. So thanks for watching, guys. For more pictures of this figure and anything else from my collection, go ahead and check out my Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description below. It's Homerino123 for both. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click on that like button, and to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.